has never been a man or a woman, not me, not Bill, nobody more qualified than Hillary Clinton to serve as President of the United States of America.
And this was the big moment just seconds ago. Hillary Clinton joining President Barack Obama on stage moments after he delivered a passionate endorsement at the Democratic National Convention. Tomorrow, she will be the first woman from a major party to accept the nomination for president.
And tonight, from Democratic heavy hitters, it was all about why she should be this country's next leader. Our Liam Martin is live at the DNC in Philadelphia. Liam?
Paul and David, certainly an electric night here at the DNC. The crowd seemed more unified tonight than they have all week, and that was especially the case when President Obama got onto the stage and said that no one is more qualified than Hillary Clinton to replace him as commander-in-chief. A powerful show of party unity as Democratic leaders begin the process of passing the torch.
Then there's only one person in this election who will help you. There's only one person in this race who will be there, who's always been there for you, and that's Hillary Clinton's life story.
And from the man who hopes to succeed Vice President Biden, a primetime debut to introduce himself to America.
Hello, Philadelphia. Hello, Democratic family.
Virginia Senator Tim Kaine says he's ready to take on the challenge of defeating the Republicans and Donald Trump.
Our nation, it is just too great to put it in the hands of a slick-talking, empty-promising, self-promoting one-man wrecking crew.
And among the many speakers this night, survivors of gun violence, including Gabby Giffords.
Come January, I want to say these 2 words, Madam President.
Barack Obama.
The night's headliner, President Obama, taking the stage exactly 12 years after his convention breakthrough in Boston.
I stand before you again tonight, after almost 2 terms as your president, to tell you I am more optimistic about the future of America than ever before.
Mr. Obama used the address to showcase Hillary Clinton as the best person to extend his policies and his vision of hope and change.
This year, in this election, I'm asking you to join me to reject cynicism and reject fear, and to summon what is best in us to elect Hillary Clinton as the next president of the United States and show the world we still believe in the promise of this great nation. Thank you for this incredible journey. Let's keep it going. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.
And tomorrow night, the convention here will wrap up with Hillary Clinton back on that main stage to address the delegates here. Paula?
And Liam, that was a remarkable moment when Hillary Clinton joined the president there on stage. And at this point, the question is, what does she have to say tomorrow night during her acceptance speech?
Well, Paula, in that moment when she embraced Barack Obama on the stage here was a surprise. We found out about it only moments before it happened. That certainly was a big moment. Tomorrow will be a big night, maybe even a bigger night for Hillary Clinton, 1 decade in the making. And we spoke with CBS News' Scott Pelley, and he tells us she must address the trust issue head on.
For her tomorrow. I cannot wait to see what's in that speech. I'm sure it's going to be a very optimistic speech because they're trying to counter-program, if you will, what happened with the Republicans last week.
Well, no question that they've pulled out all the stops this week, all the way up to the president to do well with this convention and to try to improve Hillary Clinton's trust numbers. The question is, as she has gone that far left to court the Bernie Sanders supporters, can she now pivot back to the center and get those independents who often will decide an election? David and Paula, back to you.